Hello everybody, my name is Alanator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 430. We're going to keep working on all these pillars because we didn't finish yesterday. So this is what we'll be doing, and then afterward, the time has arrived. I aim to acquire ancient debris, so we'll need to grab a bunch of TNT as I say. Yes, I've started streaming. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because I'm ready to get back to the nether, find those new chunks, whip out the TNT, and go from there. I'll probably need to find something that I have a whole bunch of that I could just use to light the TNT. Oh, you know what? I have a flint and steel. I'll grab some more of those. You know, I don't know where I have all my spare flint and steel. There's a high probability that I left a bunch of them in the end of house because, oh boy, I acquired so many back in Endev. I filled up a lot of chest space because of all the flint and steel that would drop. Oops. I'll fix that real quick. Lock Museum still on hold. I'm gonna get to it later. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to the stream. I would say we're almost there, but truth be told, we're only about 2/3 of the way. Thankfully, this is going by fast, so it won't take too long to place down the rest of the pillars. One, two, three. Times 2, 6. 6 more and then we'll be done. I'll be putting away the last of the cobblestone back into the cobblestone chest. Maybe I should grab the TNT first since it's closer. Is it? I think it's closer. You know, I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get up top. I never did work on the second staircase. I plan on having another staircase off on that side, but I was supposed to count first whether or not it would fit. I would need to know the vertical distance. And no, I wouldn't need to know the vertical distance. I would just need to know the horizontal distance of the first staircase. Because it's going to be the same verticality for both of them if they start at the same platform. Staying convergence point. Nighttime is approaching. Let me grab the bed. And then, hooray! I definitely overdid it on the cobblestone with those 2 extra shulker boxes, but that's alright. We still are all good to go. So let's head on out of here. I left a shulker box down there with my extra stuff, right? Maybe not. Maybe I left that shulker box somewhere else. Because both of these are cobblestone. I left all my supplies somewhere. Oh, you know what? No, it's not turned nighttime yet. The darkness I was just seeing was from the staircase. You know, let me verify this real fast. So we are up here at... This is 264. Let me write that down real fast. Sorry, 764. And then I'll figure out the coordinate from the end. Day 6,202. We're probably going to be close to 65,000, or 6,500, I should say. Okay, so then this goes all the way to 690. That's a 74 block difference. No. Sorry, I'm thinking about this backward. 36. Wait, hold on. I can't do mental math right now. 74. I was right the first time. For some reason, I got my numbers flipped. Anyways, 74 blocks from 687. That's 613. So we got to go all the way. I'm just going to do this. All the way to 613. Question is, where does this end? It needs to be before the staircase, of which I don't think we're going to make it. No way, 613 is right here. If all of this is lined up correctly, this this staircase ended up perfectly in the position I wanted it to be. Which means I'd end up having to move this over because it's going to cross going up. Alright, well that's not bad. However though, it is for sure turning nighttime. This is the part where we sleep. We're not going to sleep down here. I don't trust respawning. Well, I guess I'm at Y2, not Y1. You may not rest now. Oh, wait, hold on. Facing backward. Do-do-ba-doo. Zoink. Alright, cool. So now, with this extra cobblestone, what we're going to do is have the first staircase that's offset, potentially. Because what I can do to make sure it lines up is way over here we have the slabs and then the full block right next to the pillar, because that's the way it's always been on the previous staircases. So what I might end up doing is just copying that over and ever so slightly burying those 4 blocks of stone that have been there forever. So I just need to know that the stone slab is the first block right next to the pillar. So then it's the slab, and then I have the 2 blocks. And then we go from there. I don't have the slabs on me. I'll put those later, since I don't think I grabbed any of them. I see the slime in the distance. We're gonna ignore him. Hope he ignores us. Bye. And he's out of here. So the stone slab would be there, which means we start the cobblestone here. And so now we do it in sets of 4. Oop. I was about to walk off that. Here, let me toss that real fast since that's not going to line up. And then for the secondary pillar, I don't remember exactly what I do. I want to say I get rid of it. Because we had to cross over just this once because of how short this is. Oh wait, no, keep that like that. I think that's how I did it. Hold on, let me head over there real fast. And then if it goes well, we should be popping up a few blocks next to the current staircase over here. I'll also need to remember to expand these pillars upward to the top, but we'll do that later. So yeah, we just basically cut it off. Alright, that's fine. Or what I could do is work on the pillars now. No, I'm gonna have to go top down because I don't have a way to jump 2 blocks currently. No jump boost over here. So yeah, I'll just work on the staircase first. Or what I could do with the staircase is do the side. Start with the 2 blocks at the edge. We're gonna take this nice and easy. There is void directly beneath me. I'd rather not fall into it. Oh hey, that lines up again. Oops, hold on. Can I rescue the cobblestone? Yeah. Alright, so with all that taken care of, let me grab all of this real fast. So long as I don't... I was about to say doesn't. So long as I don't reach the surface prematurely, this should line up very close to where I want to be. It's slightly over. It was over by a block. Well, that's okay. So now that all this is taken care of, this is where I build up the pillars. If if I could land on them. Alright, so I guess I'll just do this. What are the chances of me sticking the landing to all of these? Howdy, Paul. 11 knock stems from the word equinox. That's a buzz. Is that important? It shall wait. Hour and 45 or so left of the day. Maybe I'll get lucky and I will stick the landing for most of these. But in the event I don't, I've already placed down the cobblestone to make sure that I do. I wonder why I didn't finish all the pillars though. Maybe I ran out of cobblestone last time. Oops, I missed one. I think it's this block right here. I wonder if Minecraft is ever going to get proper seasons. Remember when people were thinking we might get a seasons update, and when they were early parts of them teasing 1.20, 1.6, because we were looking at spring-based stuff. Those were the days. I say 6 months ago. Is this the block? This is the block. Well, that was fun while it lasted, so now I have to work on building the rest of these pillars up. Oh, I guess there was only these two. This is okay. We'll go by fast. I didn't think that deeply into what season the word equinox comes from. Because I know there's two choices based on how Earth works. I don't know, I just use the term equinox. Elevator and equinox. There we go. Now I feel just a little bit better. And there's more detail, having all these pillars extend up to the staircase. And now we have two staircases. Party potato. And if I were to desire, this is at 613. If I were to subtract another 74, 539. If I'm correct, that lava over there, the lava over the bedrock, should be at 512, I think. Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. Well, anyways, if that's way over there at 512, I wonder if I'm able to fit another staircase in here. So let's go find out real fast. It's 539. Oops. 10, 20, 30, 40. I think that's 512. Is that not 512? Okay, so yeah, 539 is somewhere around here or so. So yeah, if I really wanted, I would be able to build another staircase going up. So this 514, 13, 12. Hooray, I was right. All right, cool. The math functioned correctly. Oh, if the season was named after me. I do not know. I have a hard time believing people would willingly name stuff after me. Come on, sprint. Although it's difficult with how the slabs here. Later. Alright, so now with all this taken care of, we're done at the block museum for now. I'm gonna empty out the shulker box. And boop. I have no regrets in regards to fall damage being a problem. I didn't realize how useful this would be. Alright, let's go there. So I can toss all that, clean out my notes for the coordinates. Out the bed, right? As nighttime approaches. Alright, I'll clean out the shulker box, clean out my inventory. Do some sheep shearing because I remember that there are colors I had to collect. Here's red, white, and I think brown. Maybe blue, but I don't remember. Howdy, Rye, welcome back. Welcome back on this Friday. Terrible puns every day. Hold on, did I really build this warehouse into the floor? What? I built the other... Well, I should say I built the first warehouse above. The second warehouse, or I should say the third warehouse is also above, and that one's way above. I did not realize that. Alright, let's go put away the wool. And while I'm here, since I remembered, where do y'all think my flint and steels ended up? Because if they're not over here, I'm pretty sure they would still be at the other thingy. My Indev home in the 130 world. Alright, with all that taken care of. Okay, I'm doing alright with blue. So, it's red and brown primarily that I needed a lot more of. I've never thought of what a ramen moon would look like. Yeah, in fact, over here, the warehouse hiccup is even lower by 1. I wonder why I did it like that. Oh well. Oops. Hiccup. It'd be nice if the hiccups could leave me alone, though. Alright, toss the cobble. That one's still full. Toss all that. I guess there's more in there, and it could have all fit into one, but we'll just leave this empty for now. In fact, I'll take this one with me. There's the shulker box. Alright, cool. I was looking for that earlier. We're gonna leave it there. So, now that I'm back here, toss the glass, toss the wool, toss the slime balls, and then we go and catch some Z's. Reset the weather timer. Oops. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to sleep. Thank you. Alright, ow. You having a party over there, buddy? Here, hold on. I have something for that. There you go. Alright, so now This is empty for whatever sort of storage I might need while I'm out and about. And then next is we are gonna go and pick up the goods. Howdy Akio, welcome back. Have you been playing Minecraft lately? Excuse me, golems, don't mind me. One of these days I'll grab a lead and fish them out of there. I just don't know when yet. Oh wait, hold up. Errors have been made. We're gonna head over to the thingamablob real fast. And then I have correcting to do. Tests aren't fun. Are they the year-end tests? Alright, let's see. Which one would I have left them in? Because I remember cleaning all this out before, but I want to say mushroom stew, dirt, and other stuff would have been left behind. There's my mushroom stew. I have a lot of it. Aha! Here are the flint and steels. At least most of them. Oh look! More furnace fuel. Alright, so hold on. Yeah, let me grab all of you real fast. And then we're just gonna toss them in here. There we go, now I feel better. So we're just gonna grab a couple more of these. I see it's like now Kieran 4.5. Alright, but we're gonna do something, because I forgot to do it. Doop. Let me throw up my little have patience young one meter. Because it occurred to me I didn't press the next button. Howdy potato, welcome back. Taking over any sort of stronghold on a full scale is very slow. Oh look, they updated the thingy. Doop. So now I know it's purely for, I think, that they updated the Mojang loading screen. Alright, there we go. So, I think now I'm all set. The next step is to grab all the TNT. You know, I remember this place. I remember making the floor out of slabs to prevent anything from spawning. Those were the days. I say as if it was only 3 years ago. Man, this was the old, what I call this? The sunset room or sunrise room. I don't think I can see either of them now. You used to be able to see both, and then, you know, we got the InfDev walls on 2 of the sides. So now you can only see the sunrise. Anyways, not important. Away we go. If I was north, then yeah, it would have been sunrise. Oh yeah, speaking of, is it still in here? There it is. My golden ground tiller was negative 323 uses on it. Toss the bucket. Anything good in here? At some point I fixed the weed farm because I'm pretty sure this was missing a bunch at one point. Man, I remember working on this. I haven't really looked at what I've built over here in a while. Plus I remember collecting all the flowers in the one world. I wonder how many flowers I have left to collect across the entire bowl. At some point I'll try to collect more. Pretty sure I need to access more locations on the floating islands. Well, that's why it's on the to-do list. Just like placing every torch. Well anyways, let's go pick up that TNT. I don't know how well this is gonna be, but I'd rather use the TNT over the beds because the amount of TNT I have is rather absurd, and I want to know just how many shulker boxes I created. If I have more than 2 double chests of TNT still full, I'm gonna create a few more shulker boxes. So that one's empty. Oh boy. Well, I already have 5 red shulker boxes, and so I can condense. Here, hold on, let me grab all this real fast. So I can create 4 more shulker boxes, and that way all this TNT will be brought down here. You know what? No, I'll only make 2 shulker boxes. That way it's 1 double chest plus the extra. I think it's 17 stacks and 51. I did not fully commit the values to memory. But away we shall go. I'm pretty sure I can make more. We'll have to make the chests though. Hold on, I gotta find it. Okay, cool, I have plenty of shells. In fact, here, how about I do 3? Oops, I'll make 3 shulker boxes. I wonder how many planks I currently have. How many non-oak planks? Oh, I got plenty of dark oak. Oh wait, hold on, we'll also have to dye these as well. Alright, let's go get the red dye, then I think we can go straight to the nether. You know what, I'll be smart, put my bed away. I'll just leave it in here. Oops. And do I need to grab more food? I probably should, even though there's a good probability we're going to encounter some hoglins in the new area. But one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So now we'll dye these and then we can head over to the nether. I'll just keep the 3 slime balls since I don't want to walk back. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Oh wait, hold up. Let's be smart about this. Alrighty, TNT. Come on down here. Oops, wrong one. Alright, so this one's now full. Let's move that over. This one's now full as well. I knew at some point all this TNT would be useful. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna spend, but I'd rather get this all organized now. Alright, so let me do the math real fast. Let me whip out a calculator. So we need ancient debris drops, or I should say ancient debris gives you 1. So we're looking at 4 debris, 4 shards to get the 1. And then we need 4 times. If I'm going for all the tools, so that would be 5, 8. So I only need 32 ancient debris. That doesn't sound like a lot. Oh, you know what? No, because I need another 9. Hold on. Do. Oopsies. 41 perhaps? We'll see if I get 41 ancient debris. I don't know, I have an hour and a half to do it. We'll see how far we get. Yeah, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Let's go reset the weather timer. Oh man, I realize I'm gonna design this nice new titanium helmet, and then I'm never gonna wear it. Because I'm never gonna wear a helmet on this world again. Oh well. You know, if I wanted, I could always change the diamond, or sorry, change the dragon egg. But no, I'm not doing that. I don't need to change the dragon egg model. I'll keep the dragon egg model as the dragon egg. Well, anyways, we're gonna head off to where we started yesterday in terms of new chunks. Alright, so we're looking at this way. We go up the stairs and then it'll be a left. I'm pretty sure I exited out. Well, anyways, we're gonna be digging a tunnel. That's the primary reason why I didn't grab netherrack. And truth be told, I may or may not have forgotten. But that's okay. We're gonna head over. In fact, here, how about I do some research real fast. Because I need to know where exactly it generates. Because truth be told, I don't know. We can replace netherrack, basalt, and blackstone. On average, Y16 is the most debris. Up to 2 clusters may generate per chunk. One cluster of 0 to 3 attempts to generate. An additional 0 to 2 attempts to generate. An average of 1.65 debris per chunk, with a normal maximum of 5. Alrighty, so we are looking at Y16 pretty much. Because I don't see anything about biome, so does not really matter. Alrighty. I'm all set. Howdy Mazav, welcome back. Excuse me, let me get rid of that real fast. Alright, cool. So now, we're gonna head off. Once I get to the new chunks, we're gonna make a staircase down. Oh wait, 16 means we're gonna be below a lava lake. I should say we're gonna be below nether sea level. That's okay. Famous last words. But yeah, once we're back on new chunks again. Hello. Can I just not deal with him? Once we're back on new chunks, then I'll make the staircase and we'll go off in this direction. I kinda wish I had ender pearls again. This would be a great time. Okay, here's the question though. Which path did I take last time? Alright, buddy, let's not do this. Goodbye. I feel like me from the past would have drifted off in this direction. I just don't know exactly how far. Fall damage is indeed off. Fire damage, fall damage, insomnia, and drowning. Those were the 4 game rules added in that snapshot that Mojang forgot to set to true by default when loading old worlds. Up, lighting bug. That means we're getting close. Because I'm pretty sure most of these lighting bugs are at the edge of the chunks. Edge of the old chunks, I should say. Which means I feel like we're close. Howdy, Ian, welcome back. Wonder if an Enderman was here. Enderman can move gravel, right? Maybe it just generated that way. Y'all remember the song Formed This Way by In the Littlewood? Great parody. Baby piglins. Hopefully that means we're getting close here. I want to say the first biome is the Basalt Delta. I remember this lava. At least I think it's the same lava. That totally does not look correct because of lighting. Aha, there it is. Alright, cool. New chunks dead ahead. I feel a sneeze coming. Pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. It's quite a drop. Where are we? We're at 75. I need to go down there. Maybe I'll just start the staircase soon. Let's see if I can head down in a nicer area. In fact, hold on. Can I just update all this real fast? Please do the whole thing. That's not updating everything. Whatever. Nom 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 nom. Delicious bacon. I'm already starting to get hungry. I had an early day today. It was an early day for me, so I started everything early, which means I ate earlier, which means now I'm getting hungry earlier. Oh well. Alright, so how about we make it down here? Since I know new chunks are not far ahead, and poor whatchamacalled. You don't see this every day, and I really do wonder why the top texture is lit by default, but the sides show the true lighting. It's almost like the chunk is just frozen in time. Even though I know if I were to block update, that would no longer be the case. But now I know I'm way too high. We're gonna head down here. This way, I don't have to bother making a staircase as deep. You know, maybe I'll start stuffing netherrack in these in the shulker boxes as I use up the TNT. Alright, so we're gonna go way down here. I don't know how far until new chunks, but we gotta start somewhere. You know, I think by the time I get down here, by the time I finish the staircase, we'll be just about at new chunks. I guess we'll start here. In fact, here, how about I place down some torches, because knowing me, I'm probably going to forget. Swap that out for fortune. Alright, so we're going to do this 3 blocks wide. Hello. And we're just going to swiftly take care of any lava we might come across. You know what? I think I will push that back one more. Howdy, potato. Just kidding. You said you were talking about stuff earlier. You know what I would do with all those stone bricks? I'd put them in a chest. Stone bricks is one of those resources, one of those building materials that I want to use more often, but I'm used to playing versions where there are no stone bricks. As someone who does not drink soda, your note does not have any impact on my way of thinking. You could do the normal thing and drink coffee. That doesn't have any impact on my thinking either, since I don't drink coffee. Let me grab all this real fast. I partially feel like putting torches down here, but I know once I get the tunnel going, I don't know how many of my torches I'm going to end up losing. Not a cave. A very, very thin cave. Alright, so this is 17, which means we start just a little bit more. One block. 16, so says the wiki. Alright, well, this is the tunnel. I don't know how far I need to make this. We'll just gotta keep going for a while. Oh, that's not cool. Not gonna find ancient debris and gravel. Boop. Oh, what? Can I not place? Hold on, am I missing a block? Well, this isn't cool. Yeah, is this not solid? Come on. Come on, lava, why are you doing this? We've only just begun. There's some nether gold. I'm not going to worry about that. Hello, quartz. Don't need that either. There's some blackstone. Why are we in nether wastes? I'll go a little bit more. I don't know how much TNT I plan on placing down, but I should be fine for a while. Do I even want to make this, like, oop, dripping lava. Do I even want to make this 2 blocks tall? I have the opportunity to make this 3 blocks wide if I so desire. I think we'll just start here. So let me figure out how to do my inventory space. That's what we're going to do. See, this quartz, the flint, and the gravel all belong in a bundle. But alas, I don't have that opportunity just yet. I'm going to keep talking about bundles until the day arrives where I get bundles. Alright, anyways, let's bring all this together. How far on the x-axis? That's not the right word. I don't know how far I'm going. Oh, in fact, since I'm down here at 16, maybe I should have marked. That's fine, I'll just turn coordinates back on when I need to. Yeah, even if there's no fire damage, there is still explosion damage. Maybe I'll do this in complete stacks. Axis. That's still not the right word. It's axis. Alright, I'll do 1 more stack for this initial run. So what is that, 4 stacks? 4 stacks I've spent. I should say 4 stacks I'm about to spend. I have no idea why Notch went for such thin caves. I always call them spaghetti caves. Alright, well anyways, away we go. This is the part where we stand back. Ow. Oh, there's a couple debris. I gotta make sure it all goes off. There's another debris. What was my goal? 41? Already picked up several. Howdy Griffin, welcome back. There's more lava than open air. Oh boy. Maybe I should have done this lower. I'll go back for the debris later. I just want to know where the end of this is, because I wasn't keeping track. I don't know what the optimal way of blast mining for ancient debris is. I just know it's blast resistant and that TNT. I have a bunch of TNT. There's more debris. Yeah, if I were to go up and like just build a roof, that would at least be helpful. And I think I might have reached the end here. But yeah, we're gonna go back and pick up the debris at the end. But now that I'm here, I have all this stuff in my inventory that I really don't want. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. Here's what I can do. Let me just open this up real fast. So we're gonna place down that shulker box, and then I think it was this one. Yeah, so let me grab all this netherrack. We're gonna put all the netherrack in here first. That'll free up 27 slots before we even begin. I feel like pyrotechnics and ballistics are not the same. There is indeed overlap, but there is no fire involved. It's all explosions. I'll take all this, thank you. It's gonna be a lot of netherrack I'm not gonna pick up. And, oh well. The point of being a pyromaniac is that you love fire, though. Not everything that explodes involves fire. And where did I leave that shulker box? Alright, well, that took up a whole bunch of space, but that's okay. So we're just going to leave both of these here for now. And then now... Oh, in fact, hold on, let me move this down. Alright, so what we gotta do is take care of all this lava, because there's likely ancient debris underneath this lava. So what we are going to do is change my mind and decide, hold on, let me hold on to all this netherrack real fast. We're gonna see if I can build a sort of roof. I know there's still gonna be a few lava spots, like that block from down here. Oh well. And how did I get over here? Oh, hello cave. Didn't mean to open you up. Ow. Unless this cave was already down here. It looks naturally generated. It is indeed bedrock. Alright, so. Oop. Here, I'll just do that real fast. Oh, but wait, there's more. Alright, so what I'm kind of envisioning... Maybe I should start with a floor. Is this 16? This is indeed 16. So all the way through here. I'm gonna place down what I can below, and then I'll place what I need to above. Because there's an image in my mind for how I want to do this. But I know it's going to be a little difficult getting to the above with all this lava here to begin with. And I think it might have been 5 minutes. The netherrack that wasn't here is already despawned. So, what I'll need to do now... I need to be up there, but I need something to walk on, because I don't get the luxury of having inverted gravity. Because otherwise, I would need this to be higher up. Unless if I made multiple floors. Well, anyways, we will probably just start building this up here. And yes, howdy, welcome back. You missed the fun. Because now we sit and we wait. And we deal with the not fun stuff. And I cannot reach that. Alright, so this is where the second layer is going to be. No, that was kind of useful. Wow, the offhand has a use. Who would have thought? So now we sit here, we wait for this lava to go away. But now, at least, I know where my ceiling's going to be. Beep, beep. I'm probably only going to stick to a minimalist design. Yeah, what I need to do is block all this off. So anything above me is just going to get covered up. Except there's not a lot of solid blocks over there. Alright, cool. That took out a big chunk of it. We'll keep moving forward then. Yeah, there are not a lot of blocks right above me. This very well could be a lava lake, in which case I totally made this harder on myself. Because the random singular blocks that you find, those aren't that bad. But when you get a whole bunch of lava, oop. When you have the whole bunch of lava, that's when it becomes not fun. And I don't particularly have any good way to work on this. Howdy, Koski. I'm not done because Mojang done goof with their game rules by setting natural damage to false within 4 different ways. Alright, let me be smart about this. I very well could just go forward. Alright, I guess we're just gonna do it. Or, here's what I can do first. Oops. As you can tell, fall damage is another one. And we're gonna turn this into a staircase. I'm surprised your first thought was not fire resistance, though. I might have to make this wider to get around the angles. I could have had particles reduced or off. Can you still see potion particles if you set particles to minimal? Alright, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to go in. If I could, like, take a quick peek. Yeah, so you see in that? there's a big old lava lake right here, which means I'm probably just gonna have to fill it all in its entirety. Alright, so what we are gonna do is start here. Except, oh boy, my horizontal view distance is terrible. Oops, that was not very useful. Maybe what I'll do is start with the floor. If I start with the floor, then I can do the ceiling. This is going to be a much slower process than what I anticipated it to be. Oh, that was helpful. Cool, we're making progress. So the 3 blocks wide are there, here, and here. When you say One Piece is going to end soon, are you saying within the next couple of years, or are you saying, like, by the end of the year? Or are you saying that you're getting towards the end? Because I thought the prediction was around 2026 or 2027. This was a few years ago, I think. Okay, nice and slow. So yeah, what we're gonna do, now that we have a good look at all this, we're just gonna bridge. I can get that right. Surely I can. I'm standing on a block. There we go. Don't worry, my visibility is just as bad as what you can see. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Well, it kind of is, but not exactly. Alright, and let me see again. Alright, well, one thing at a time. Well, I got a lot darker over here. This is great. So let me keep getting rid of all this. So if I take a quick peek inside... Oh, we've made progress. Yeah, we have a lot more to go. Maybe I should work on the walls. If I had the walls, I'll be able to see. The No Fog resource pack I last saw was updated for 1.17. I did not find a 1.16 version. Sad times. And I did not try looking into a dedicated 1.16 one. Yeah, our lava visibility is so short. It's not even a full block away. It's only about 3/4. At some point, this will be disabled. I should say it'll be disabled because I disable it. We're just not there yet. So yeah, if I could place the block I'm standing on, plus the 2 blocks for the wall here I should say, then I could sort of slide my way over. I just don't know how far I plan on going until I say, well, that's the end of the line. Yeah, not being able to see the floor I'm walking on is a little bit of a moment. But you know what happened? I ran out. Aliens would first have to decipher what exactly a France is. Alright, I might stop it right here. So this is the part where now we're gonna crawl our way back. Is there a reason why you want to speed up the current reading schedule? You're trying to get to the end so quickly. It's already been an hour and I've mined exactly 0 ancient debris. Oh boy. Oh, that's really not that far. Oh boy. Alright, so what we could do first is the same thing, but now for this side. I need to get out the flowing lava first. Oop. Let's not walk off of that. I've been playing Crab Champions in my leisure time. And I can't see. Oopsies. I don't know where the edge of the block is. Oh wait, there we go. That's a problem. That's why I can't go forward. How many trial ruin trims are there? As someone who does not plan on doing anything with trims. Even though they are indeed still a ways off. As someone who plays single player, I don't find the trims useful for me. Modern Minecraft feeling weird is one of the reasons why I'm still playing old versions often. I want to get back to my beta 1.8 world. It's been a couple weeks or so since I was last on there. I wonder if I could slide over. Was this the end? This might be. Alright, so let me move on back because I want to say I have this image in my mind for what I think the floor is. I cannot guarantee that is indeed what the floor actually looks like. Especially since the way I'm walking. Alright, so what exactly does it look like in there? I was trying to focus on the right side, but it looks like some of them ended up on the left. Alright, well, one thing at a time. I need to keep an eye out for the missing block there. And the missing block in the floor there. Seven sherds and 4 trims. Oh boy. Well, in fact, now that I'm down here, hold on, let me just take a quick peek. So how is this looking? If I can get rid of that strip in the middle, we'll be doing good. Because the floor itself is still down here. This is the visibility point. This is supposed to be a dedicated roof. Except I can't see the floor. That means trims give extra defense. They're not just what's the word? What's the word for cosmetic? There we go. They're not just cosmetic. Alright, let me finish this up here. That's a big improvement. It's also a big improvement. Alright, cool. We're getting there. That was the big part that we had to get rid of. Oop. Where'd you come from? Okay, hold on. Let me take care of that part real fast. How about I say no to you? I'm gonna block that off in its entirety right now. Let's see just how much lava that gets rid of. Oh, that was a big improvement. Hooray! Now I can start focusing on some of the stuff on the sides here, and then we'll move forward. Come on, go away. There we go. Nope, that was not the source. There you go, part 2. Do-do-do-do-a-doop. Apparently right here was just a big vertical piece of lava, if it's still sticking around after all this. Oh man, that one hasn't fallen yet? Alright, hold on. Let's get rid of all that, and then let's go get rid of what's over here as well. Certainly quite a lot of trims you went for. Oops. I'm okay. Any more of this lava going away? Nope. Of course not. Alright, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. One thing's for sure though, this is going to take a lot longer. I did not anticipate the lava to be such a problem. Do your research, kids, or else you end up like me, trial and error. And this is definitely one big trial. You know what I should do? I should keep working on the floor. Yeah, it doesn't need stop here, because I need something to walk on, but I need there to not be lava in the way first, which means we keep working up above. Alright, one thing at a time, and so now, yeah, we'll just keep moving forward. Knock, knock. Here, let me go find the wall real fast. Because I plan on, once I make it to the end, I'm thinking I'm just going to fill all this in. All 6 blocks wide. Well, it's 3 blocks wide, 3 over 2. Oop, did I just walk off? Oopsies. That's okay, where am I? Do. Which way did I come from? Alright, so this is wall right here. We're gonna place this down real fast. Oh wait, or is this the wall? This is the wall right here. Okay, so this is the wall. This is where I say no more. So now, oops. Do. It's hard keeping track of this. No visibility. Do y'all have good spatial awareness? I was playing games with someone recently who had very bad spatial awareness, and it made me sad for them. Object permanence. There we go. Probably more applicable to this situation. What is the technical definition of dyspraxia? Potato, if you feel like skipping versions, go right on ahead. Okay, so yeah, I am indeed missing this corner block, except I can't see the floor. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, maybe I did place it. Learning difficulty with movement and activity. I've probably heard of it before. I'm not familiar enough with medical terms. Except snapshots? But if you skip snapshots, you get to miss out on never needing to worry about fire again. Alright, so now here's where I kind of have to start guessing. Because my current plan is to now fill in all 4 blocks of this. I generally don't play snapshots unless there's a specific purpose. And I'm totally not filling this as much in as I could be. I'm hearing stuff. What am I hearing? Oh, that's what I'm hearing. Hello. I don't even know where you came from. Bye. Alright, so if I'm correct, now I should have a tunnel. 1 block tunnel all the way. Hold on, let me just take a quick look. Yep, except for the ceiling, but that's okay because I'm technically on the ceiling, so I don't need to worry about everything above me. If it's all solid lava anyway. Oh, in fact, you know what? No, I don't even need to worry about that anymore. Because if I just go down here, if I block all that off, everything's filled in because the floor is complete, I think. So yeah, now I have to worry about the sides. Let's get rid of that, except that's much lower, so I'll deal with it later. And unfortunately, I think I might have some difficulty expanding the roof over on this side. But one thing at a time. Yeah, there we go. So this is where the difficulty comes in, because all of this needs to be filled in entirely. So let me just expand the roof real fast. So what happened with the map issue? I should say in your case, what happened with the map? And I can't remember what versions were listed from yesterday. Oh wait, hold on. If he was saying it was just now fixed, I want to say a very recent snapshot fixed it, which means if you wanted to jump to 1.21.6 pre-release 1, you'd get even more improvements. From 1.11 to 1.21 and the map became blank. That's unfortunate. Was there anything particular about the map? I have no idea then. And I wonder why this would take so long to be corrected. Am I in the right area? This has to go. I feel like I drifted over. Where's my pathway again? Oh no, I didn't. It's right here. I feel like the maps would need to be updated intermittently. As in, you would need to use versions between. Alright, so there's a source block not far from here, or else this lava should not be spread so far over. But I think I might have come up with a better way of going about getting rid of the lava. Why go over when you can go under? Said Rico Rodriguez from Just Cause 2. As I sit and I hope we eventually get a Just Cause 5, especially with Just Cause Mobile being cancelled. That was a sad day. What you could do is like leapfrog versions if you're trying to figure out exactly when it happens. So you know 1.11 to 1.21 does not work. But how about going from like 1.11 to 1.13 to 1.21? Or like 1.11 to 1.16 to 1.21. Depends on how much thorough testing you're going through. Yeah, this lava lake was in a terrible spot. Since you're going on a rowing trip in the Nether, have you been rowing boats out in the real world before? I have been on a rowboat before, but I was never the one rowing. I feel like I would not have the arm strength to row for very long. So yeah, I don't know what's up with y'all's computers, but at least you have something in common in terms of 64-bit wasn't working, but 32-bit was. I feel a sneeze coming. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. I could not pineapple that sneeze. Sad times. You will go going on a rowboat in July. Does indeed sound like fun. I don't have any rowboat plans in the future. Anytime soon, at least. So we're making good progress here. But I do wonder just how far. If I'm seeing a side of lava, then that means... Oh, is it really just an air pocket? I was hoping that I would reach the end of the lava here, but it turns out... Nope, not yet. I also don't know how much of the lava beneath this is going to be source blocks. Oh, that did something. Yeah, this tunnel's in a terrible area. I can't even see the end. Or that might barely be the end over there. Well, either way, yeah, this tunnel is just in the bad spot. Oh well. Oh, I ran out of netherrack. Alright, let me go swimming back. Alright, where did I leave the shulker boxes? I think there's somewhere around here. There's somewhere on this side, that's for sure. Hey buddy, how's it going? Well, turns out I needed all this netherrack anyway. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be spending all that TNT. Alright, so now we're back up here. Where is the exit? I have an idea. What if I do that and then do that? Oh, that's not the floor. The floor is down here. Whoops. I feel like I'm gonna end up underneath this. Oh, hello. Alright, so now... There you go, now I know where I need to go. In the past, weren't explosions able to destroy liquids? Or at least destroy lava? Was that ever changed? Because I can't seem to remember. Because I was almost wondering what if I just use more TNT to get rid of the lava? I don't know if it works that way. For some reason, though, I feel like it used to. You could tell the difference in lava because over here you can see one up next to the ceiling. TNT has never destroyed liquids. Is that a certifiable fact? have explosions. Well, ignoring survival test. I probably should have clarified that first. Was changed around 1.9. Alright, so I've already missed the opportunity. So they destroyed in Pocket Edition. That very well could have been what I was remembering. Yeah, so all this lava right here. You all gotta go. Oh, we're making progress. Alright, that's it. What lava is over here? Is it that block? It very well could be. Because if this one block has been keeping all of this floating, it has to go. Bye. It wasn't keeping all of it, but that was a big difference. Okay, so there's still a little more over here. So there's that pool, and then there's this. Alright, so all that's going. Now a little bit more. Did I do it? Nope. Can't be that easy. Yeah, if there was a way to identify source liquids separated from flowing liquids, that would be rather nice. I very well might have to change the model on the resource pack to do so. At which point, too much effort. Says a guy who really wants to change the redstone model, the redstone dust model. Under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be so bad. The problem is, I have the different orientations I have to deal with. I'm trying to get the redstone dust to look how it did in alpha, where it's either fully on or fully off. And I have some of the setup for that. I just need to apply it across all the different configurations the lava can be in, which is the figuring out part. Because otherwise, it's going to be a whole bunch of conditions. Correct. No distinction between power levels. Getting the texture is the easy part. Getting the model is the difficult part. Trying to figure out how to accomplish this is the easy part. No, I should say, it's about as difficult as trying to figure out redstone itself, as someone not familiar with block models. I can't just remove the color tint, because then it's only going to pull the texture one time. I need to determine the state, because I'm going to use the original on and off textures. With the redstone I've worked in, I only function with it needing to be on or off. I don't particularly need to know the distances. I can always count. My bridge was way back there? Oh boy. Well, thankfully, with all this lava looking how it is, if I just keep moving forward, eventually that part's gonna keep sliding on over. We have another half hour or so left of the day. I feel like if I need to know specific power levels of redstone, I'm probably entering the redstone territory beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own. Y'all already see how much I've struggled with the basic gates beforehand. I thought about using redstone power levels in regards to the power output, but I decided, no, I'm just going to keep it 4 separate signals. And then I'll distribute it from there. So it's not totally how it works based on load and input and all that, but it functions well enough. And after all the time I spent working on the current power setup, I don't plan on redoing it. I feel like I've utilized a locked repeater before. I thought they were so cool back when they were first added, and then I barely ever used them. A lot of that stems from my old way of thinking, and so whatever functionality it would have, I would do the long way. There's a lot of Minecraft stuff I do the long way just because that's how it was back in beta and alpha. Oop. Thankfully, it looks like all the lava's up there. There's a big old air pocket right above me. It's gonna be useful. I'm not at all surprised that you like the flickering. Oops. This is a problem I have to deal with. Alright, lava, go away now. There you go. I basically created a giant ramp now. A giant lava ramp from all this. It's not what I was trying to go for. But hooray, Minecraft fluid dynamics. Yeah, I have to go all the way to there, assuming that's the end. Yet, there's all of this in the way. Sad times. Oops. Doesn't feel cursed to me. Maybe I just don't find anything to be cursed, because I don't have that mindset. Unless it's actual possession. Oh, making progress. See you later, lava, you gotta go. People are thinking the One Piece will be found next year, and then a little bit longer for the manga to end. I haven't had Hot Pockets in a while. I'm still hungry. I was hungry earlier. Boy. Still have another 25 minutes or so for food. Oh, we found the giant gaping hole here. So let me just head on up real fast. Because if I'm kind of correct in what I was envisioning, so what I could do is I can just block all that off real fast. Whoop. I'm okay, said Captain Man. Maybe this is what it's like to be densitized. Anytime someone says Mom Spaghetti, I think back to the song. The One Piece isn't going to be the friends made along the way? I would hope so. You know, around 30 years, that feels like it would not be worth it. You were referencing the song? Alright, cool. So I'm not the only one who knows it. That old, when did it come out? I think it was 2009. I don't know when the original song came out. Probably 2004 or so. I'd have to go back on YouTube and see whenever Mom Spaghetti came out. The only reason why, I should say, I was first introduced to Mom Spaghetti from the old Important Things, Important Videos playlist. That's what it was. What a time that was. Not Lose Yourself, Mom Spaghetti. The other version of the song. The funnier one. Did I miss some? Did I grab all the netherrack? I feel like I did. The amount of netherrack I've spent working on this roof ended up being far more than what I was anticipating. If I end up needing to spend more netherrack than what I have on me, I won't be too mad though, because I have a whole bunch of netherrack that's just sitting in chests. Because I don't know what to do with netherrack. I could turn in nether brick, use that for building. Oop. I thought I fixed this though, did I not? Oh, I fixed the top part, that's what I did. Maybe if I head up here, I'll fix this real fast. Come on, lava, go away. There you go. I wonder what happens if I get rid of this one block over here. There's a lot of lava particles dripping from this. Oi. Alright, so if I get rid of that... Oh, but wait, there's more. Of course there is. Alright, I wonder if there's also a block right here, because I feel like there is. Doesn't netherrack make regular nether brick though, and I would need nether wart to make the red nether brick. Now, let me hop out of this real fast. Because I realize there's even more lava over here that has not yet been eliminated. Oh, hold up, how do I get up? So the block is... Alright, which one is it? I think it's this one. There we go. Alright, does that do anything useful? Nope, because I still have all of this flowing from over here. Of course. I didn't expect to spend approximately 2 minutes placing TNT and blowing it up, and then spend the next hour and 15 just trying to get rid of lava. What a day this turned out to be. Except I'm sitting at a whopping 7 netherrack left. We have a problem. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is placing the last of this netherrack and going from there. We'll probably have to head back home, grab more netherrack, and then make a return. I guess I don't even need to go home. I could just go over to the netherrack chest I have here in the nether. Because a lot of the netherrack I have is over here. We're going to keep the basalt though, because basalt I cannot get at home. Oop. Is this the wall? Is this where I ended off? Oh no, it does keep going. Oh wait, just kidding, I have another stack in here. That's nice. Yeah, I spent a whopping 4 stacks of TNT out of all of this I had. Oh well. Alright, one thing at a time. I wonder how many times I've said one thing at a time on this series. I feel like I say it all the time. M in nether. There we go. That's a way to look at it. There might be a full block right around here. I'll get rid of that soon. I want to first focus on all of this. Alright, let's see. So who over here is a full block? You gotta go. Alright, that was a big progress. Big moment of progress. We'll keep going to further verify whether or not there's any more lava over there, because I can't quite tell. Well, that was my last stack of netherrack, and it looks like I've made maybe 2/3 progress, 3/4. Alright, let's go fill up our inventory with netherrack. You know, I almost wonder if it really would be faster to just dig this area out. Like, how badly do I need to go home for more netherrack? When I could just make a tunnel over here. Truth be told, it probably would have been so much faster to just carve out a large tunnel myself. Carve out a large tunnel myself, and then just repair the pickaxes later. Oh look, where'd all this netherrack come from? Guess I don't have to go home after all. Carve out a large tunnel yourself? Oh no, not again. It's the word. For some reason, it doesn't sit in my brain correctly. So it makes sentences come out weird. I don't know where Minty is. Not currently watching, presumably. Some people watch and then just leave it on in the background and never say anything. I guess it really is around 13 minutes. Alright, now let's see just how much more of this needs to be filled in. Because I'm looking straight in front of me. That's a lot, it would appear. And I'm looking at that ceiling up there. That's not even the... That's just nether that is underneath sea level. There is blackstone. There's blackstone over there. There are a few spots of blackstone around here. I've been leaving it because... You know, that's not true. Maybe I should remember to pick up more blackstone before I leave the area. Because I did not get nearly enough blackstone originally. I need to make a lot more polished blackstone variations. Well, either way, we're going to take care of that another time, because we're going to keep focusing on all this first. I can't drown in lava, and I can't drown in water either. Neither of them are dangerous. Once the air bubbles run out, nothing happens. I know because I tested this. What's nicer about water is I can actually see through water under regular circumstances. Mobs can damage me. Explosions can damage. No phantoms, though. Phantoms do not spawn anymore. We're going to keep resetting the weather timer, though. Up until the point where we can no longer reset the weather timer. It's going to be weird when 1.18 rolls around and I have to deal with rain. And I won't be allowed to say reset the weather timer anymore. I have one elytra with mending. We're going to hope I don't need any more than that. Because I did think about that. Which means I am incapable of picking up Phantom Membrane ever again. I'll just take my chances because I don't have an item museum. It's not all positive. There's another way to get Phantom Membrane. I didn't know that. The game rules have already been set. The bug was fixed within the next snapshot. It was fixed within one version. And now because they're set, they are permanently applied to the world itself. A swamp in the middle of a warm ocean. What are you gonna do with the swamp? I'm gonna assume you already have slime farms going. Sleep with a cat nearby. I did not know that. I completely forgot about the gift mechanic for cats from 1.14. Probably because I generally don't like taming animals in Minecraft, because those animals end up not living very long. Alright, so how are we doing over here? A little less than 10 minutes. That's a lava source. There's a lava source over there. More over there. Oh, I see another one off in that direction. This episode was interesting for the first half hour. It's been really boring for the last hour and an hour and 15 or so. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Was this my walkway? This might have been my walkway. Hope I didn't just bury my shulker boxes. I don't know if they were in there or if they were over here. Okay, cool, they're still safe. Yeah, truth be told, I probably should have just gone mining. And I'm not going to use 2 blocks of TNT again in the future. And I'm also not going to put the TNT right at 16. I'm going to put it closer to 5. No, 5 is bedrock 6. No, it's 0 to 4. So then yeah, we'll put it at 5. Alright, now we'll pick up anything that fell. So much for stockpiling on food, I haven't spent much of it. A lot of it's because I'm not my usual running and jumping around. I don't have that luxury. Alright, so there's a source block right around here. So, oopsies, that's not it. There's one. So I was right. Something over here. There's a flood watch over there. Sounds like intense weather. Aha! There it was. So nice watching all this lava go down. Because it means this is far less lava than what I have to deal with in the future. I'll need to get rid of that one though. Oh wait, is there one right here? Nope. Yeah, so much for building the bridge. That was totally not worth having around. I guess all I needed was a ceiling to begin with. Oops, that wasn't a jump. Alright, well, now we're making good progress. Other than there's still a little bit more lava over there. But I want those to be separated from the massive cluster first. Which means we keep getting rid of what's over here. This is going to be a very, very anticlimactic way to end off the week. Hopefully, tomorrow goes by far more interesting. I have a plan. The plan is I have a list, and we'll see how much of the list I do, and how much I do that's not on the list. You should send some of the rain over here. It's been hot and sunny. Hiccup? Weren't the hiccups bothered me earlier? Maybe they've returned. I don't like my diaphragm spasming. Oh, looks like I forgot one lava. I see a block over to the left. Alrighty, let's get rid of you. And hadoink. Is that going to have an impact on the total flow? Probably not. We will not be going overtime. I'm watching the clock. We're not going to be going 4 minutes over again, as we did. Was it last week? It was either last week or the week before. It was on a Monday or a Tuesday. I was kind of hoping we'd make it by the end. I should say make it to the end before the stream was over. But I'm starting to lose my confidence in that. One thing's for sure, if I had started out with a much better location to begin with, I wouldn't have had to deal with nearly as much lava. But it looks like solid ground is straight ahead, so if I were to keep going a little bit more forward, that hopefully is going to be solid enough to not be a problem. I also see some floating gravel right there. Oh, there's more floating gravel. I didn't notice there was all this floating gravel in the ceiling. Oops. Oops, said the terrain generator. Now this is where things get a little bit difficult because all the terrain is slightly too low. Howdy Tristan, welcome back to the last 2 minutes-ish. It's so close, it's just right there. Alright, so I need to build this line going forward. This will help me fill in the square area. Oh, that's the end of my netherrack. So if y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now as I crawl on out of here. We'll keep working on this later because this is much more of a task than what I was anticipating it to be. So yeah, we'll keep working on this later. I should say a later day. Tomorrow, I have big stream plans. We'll see how much of it I get through for my 10-year anniversary on the tube. Let me just get someplace safe real fast. Alright, safe enough. So yep, that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.